Hello everyone, welcome back to bullet journaling class. Today we are doing monthly covers, which is pretty much just a cover photo for the month, and it's really fun because it's more on the artistic side of bullet journaling, which is what I like to do, and if that's what you like to do, then come on and join me. Here is the first page we are going to do. Before I do each cover, I make sure that I use a pencil so I don't make any mistakes, and then I go back in pen, and there's just the middle part of the AUG that I don't do anything to, so that when I go back I can erase it and it has this cool effect. As always, the first step is to use pencil, and then I go back with black pen. And what's really nice about using pencil is that you don't have to make it perfect. You can always really make the lines a lot finer and neater and more pristine once you come back with pen. After erasing all the pencil marks, I go back with color pencil and I color in all the colors. And whenever I use color pencil or I color anything in, I try to do a little bit of shadowing and shading. And you can see I left some of the white to make it have a shimmery design. The first step to this cover is to outline a circle and then draw the crescent of the bark. Then you add branches and then you can start adding leaves. You can do whatever design of leaf you wanted. I decided to do a little more of a rounder design. And you pencil in your two fox. Then you color in all the bark. I decided to use black. You can use brown or whatever you want. Lastly, you go back with color pencil. You can see here I did some shading, like underneath the fox I did it a little darker. What's really great about drawing mushrooms is that they're already so funky looking, so you can't really go wrong with how you draw them because there's no perfect way to do it, honestly. So I went back over the pencil in the black pen and I did calligraphy for the title. And I always go with cursive first just so that I have a nice outline and make sure it's all straight and spaced properly. Then I went back with color pencil and did some shading for the final product. I had a lot of fun with this one because it was a lot messier than all the other things that we've done before this. I used a pencil to do a few circles in the middle of the page to make the lights, and then I went back with the pen and followed my lines, and on each side I did an alternating pattern of red and green for the lights. I decided to do a little bit of a different font for this one. I still did the upstroke and downstroke technique, but I decided to make it a little messier and less rigid. Then I found these snowflake patterns on Pinterest, but put my own twist on them, and they were really fun, and none of them looked the same because, as you know, no snowflake looks alike. Then I used a blue pen to make all the black pen designs pop. First, I used a ruler to make the vertical lines equidistant from each other in pencil. Then I used my calligraphy pen to write in February. I wrote all the hearts that were also equidistant from each other on their own line, but I staggered them. And then I went back in pen to make the line, and then I erased it. And I did a pattern of different pinks and reds for Valentine's Day. Similar to mushrooms, cacti are very oddly shaped and pretty fun to make because you can't really go wrong. So what's interesting also is that they have these vertical lines, but then on the ones with the arms, you make sure that you bend it at the elbow. And then you add their little spikes and use different greens to color them in. This design is definitely a little more complicated, but it is for you if you like more of the geometric shaped design. So all my lines I think were about 1/2 inch away from each other, and measurement is key here. And you have an alternating pattern of diagonal lines, and pretty much if you space it right, you make your little diamonds across, and then you have a little bit of space, and then you use your eye to figure out what line should be colored in. Because I like to draw more in pencil and then just draw less in pen, because then I have more of a guiding line underneath me. And the tops of the diamonds get lines on them to make it even pop more. I didn't use a compass for this one to make the crescent lemons, but you can if you want. I think just doing it freehand makes it a little more wonky, and that's kind of the design of this. And then none of the inner triangles of the lemon touch each other. There's a little space between them, just so you know that's how I'm doing it. And then I do little leaves on two, then I color them in green. And then I use, I think the rind is a little bit of a darker yellow. I did another calligraphy font for this one, and then popsicles, which is also another really great shape to draw because it is so easy and it can be misshapen, and no popsicle is really perfect because it melts. So I use different reds and blues, and I left some white, for the 4th of July. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it and got you a little more intrigued into bullet journaling. Come back for the next one.